Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then thank you so much for joining me, and if not, then welcome back. So today we are building in the world of Copperdale. We're actually building where the Price family lives. So I actually bulldozed their lot to build this house, and I used that family to playtest it because they're such a big family. And I thought it was perfect. So yeah, we're building in Copperdale, and we are building a house for the new Growing Together expansion pack. So you're all probably aware, but we do of course have a new expansion pack coming, and it is called Growing Together, and it's all about it's kind of like a generations pack, I would say, you know, like from The Sims 3. But yeah, it's all about kind of like family, what is that called, like family relationships and stuff. So yeah, it looks really good. I feel like this is going to be a fan favorite pack. Like it's going to be a must pack for so many people. I just feel that way. I feel like everyone's been asking for a generations pack for so long. So yeah, I decided, why don't we do a little build for it? So I of course do not have the pack just yet because it is not released. It gets released on Thursday, I believe, so the 16th of March, and today is the 14th. So yeah, it has not been released yet, so I don't actually use anything from the pack in this build. I kind of built this so that you can put your own stuff in it. So if you have the pack, you can use this, but also if you don't have the pack, you can still use this build. You can still like have a generations household, you know. But yeah, you can see I'm really struggling with roofing right now. I'm awful at roofing. It's not that I'm bad at it, but it takes me so long to work out. I feel like just longer than the average person. Like most people would be like, okay, that goes there, that goes there. We need to use this specific roof. But me, I'll try every single roof until we get to the roof I was supposed to use in the first place. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that you have to sit through that. But we have got a little bit of a longer video today because this is a big house. So this is a 3-story house. It is a 5-bedroom, a 2-bathroom house, and there's a big back garden. It's such a fun house. It feels so happy. The house was actually supposed to be like orange. Apparently this wallpaper is orange, but to me, I feel like it looks a little bit more yellow. I really like it though. It looks really happy and cheery. I was wanting to step away from like blue. I feel like blue is so common, and I feel like I do blue a lot, and I was like, we're gonna step away. So I was looking at other colors, and I was like, what can I do this a little bit different? I was also looking at like greens. I was looking at pinks as well, but I actually just done a pink build. So I was like, let's do like orange, orangey yellow. And I really like it. I think it really suits this house. But yeah, we've got the basic shape down. So this is pretty much what the outside ends up looking like. We just of course need to add our terrain and all of our little details. But yeah, so as I said, this is a 5-bedroom. Now, although it's only 5 bedrooms, it actually holds 7 to 8 no. In fact, I think it actually holds 8 to 9 Sims, but of course, you can't really have 9 Sims. I mean, unless you have mods. I've seen those mods that give you like 100 spaces. Oh, I could never. I can't even deal with 8 Sims. Never mind 100, but this house can hold 8 Sims max. Because that's the max you can get. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the bedrooms and what the bedrooms are, and then yeah, and I'll tell you like what floor they're on. So on the first floor, we of course have our kitchen, our living room. There's a bathroom. There's dining, and then also we have a kids bedroom, which is like a toddler / infants. The way I was seeing it was toddlers and infants obviously cannot like walk upstairs. Well, they can, but like they really struggle with it, and they need to have a certain level in movement before they can. And you know, if they don't have that level of movement, then they need to actually be carried up and downstairs by an adult. So I decided to put these kids, like I don't know why I keep saying kids, like the toddler and the infant, I put them on the bottom floor so that wouldn't be a problem. So they're kind of sharing a room, But what I was thinking is you could probably just have 2 infants in there if you'd rather. Like, if you really want to explore the pack, you could just have 2 little infants in there. I did put a bassinet in just to kind of like symbolize where you would put like the crib. But yeah, you can change it around. You can do whatever you want with it. But that is on the bottom floor. Then on the second floor, there is a grandparent's bedroom, a teenager's bedroom, a bathroom, and a study. And then on like a study for the teenager. And then on the top floor, the very top one, there is a study for the parents, there's the parents' bedroom, and then there is an actual kids' bedroom, like kids. And there's like 2 beds in that room, like bunk beds. So yeah, it does hold a lot of Sims. There's a lot of Sims you can have in here, but I did include a grandparents' bedroom because I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like it was important to add that in a kind of generation setting because it's all the generations. So you have like infant to elder is what I was thinking would be like kind of sweet. So that's what I done. But yeah, you can change anything you want. Like if you wanted to change it so that the grandparents' bedroom is maybe like another kid's bedroom or another teen bedroom, or maybe you just really want to play with infants and you want another infant bedroom, you could do that. But yeah, I just wanted to put all the generations in it because I felt like that made sense. But yeah, as you can see, we have done a lot of the outdoors and we are now moving on to the back garden. And I really, really like the back garden. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the whole build. I just love how it looks. It's very bright out here. I added a decking. I added a like patio. And then there's also like the kids area. So the kids area is the grass and it involves like a swing set and there's like a little kiddie pool and yeah, and then like the decking has a barbecue and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just adding windows right now. I feel like I got really lucky with windows because on the inside they weren't a problem. A lot of the time when I add windows like first, like before I've done the inside, I always need to rejig them because they just don't work with the room and I need to like move them around. But I feel like I got so lucky with this build because I don't remember moving a single window. I'm pretty sure they all just stay. I did use like the same curtains all the way through because all the windows are the same except for on the very, very big windows, like the big bottom ones. I did use like different ones just because and they're like massive. But yeah, they're all like kind of these rounded windows. So yeah. Now I'm pretty sure when I move on to the like toddler bedroom, I end up switching out that little kiddie pool for the other season's kiddie pool. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. And then when I was doing the toddler's bedroom, I found it. So I like replaced it. And I feel like it looks super cute. But yeah, I just love this back garden. I feel like I can really imagine like the family like sitting at the little bar or like sitting on the under the umbrella, like maybe the dad's cooking up on the barbecue and then the kids are playing on the swing set and on the slide. I just feel like it's so sweet. And I really, really like it. I don't know. I just think it's so cute. I originally was going to add like a really big dining table, but I decided to add these little benches and I just think they're so sweet. But yes, so we are about to move on to the inside of the house. Yes, here we are. And we start off with the hallway. I just wanted to like do it as I went. So like a lot of the time I will start off with the kitchen. I feel like the kitchen is the most important place to like start with. But I kind of wanted to do it as I go. Also, I'm really sorry if you can hear my chair. It's like really squeaky. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do it as I go. So I do the hallway first. Now, as usual, I did not include bathrooms like in this build. I didn't include me doing them. They're very basic. They're the same way I always do them. And yeah, it just feels a little bit boring. But there is, of course, screenshots at the end, as always. But there is 2 bathrooms. As I said, there is one on the bottom floor and then there's one on the second floor. So there isn't one on the top floor, but I feel like that's not too much of an issue. But yeah, I added some laundry day stuff under the stairs just so it was like not too... not too empty. If you don't want to play with laundry, that's absolutely fine. I understand you because laundry stresses me out. It always tells me that the what is it called? Like the dryer is full, and then I'll look at the dryer and there's nothing in it, and then it's like you can't use the dryer because it's full. Like laundry day just like breaks for me. So if you're like, I don't want to use laundry day, you can just get rid of it. I believe as long as you don't have any like baskets in your house, you don't need to use laundry. I'm not 100% sure. I think you can also turn it off in settings, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, something that I always turn off in settings is nothing to do with packs, but I always turn off fears. I think it's called wants and fears. I always turn them off because I don't know. I feel like for me, they are really, really broken. Like, is anyone else's fears in the game like really broken? Like, mine doesn't like leave my sim alone. Like my sim will be scared of the dark, and it will actually just make everything 10 times harder for me. Like I'm trying to deal with 8 sims, and then I have to deal with all of their fears, and then they're scared of everything, and then because they're scared of everything, they won't do things, and they'll get like these really upset moodlets, and it's just, oh, it's so annoying. So I always turn off. And maybe that's cheating, okay, maybe that's a little bit of cheating in the Sims, but if anyone cheats in games, it's Simmers. Like, come on. Come on, you try to tell me you don't use cheats. I think the only cheat I don't use when I'm properly playing like games in The Sims is I don't use the like unlock everything. I don't unlock everything, and I also don't cheat any money. But I'll cheat things like if my sim will not move, I will teleport them. I'll be like, get downstairs. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about cheating in The Sims. I just feel like that's how I play. I don't know if other people play like that, but I definitely do. But as you can see, we've pretty much done the kitchen. And you might have noticed I added some like dog bowls. I was kind of envisioning that this household had a dog. Also you could have a cat, but I didn't add like a cat litter box. I didn't add what's the other thing a cat needs? Like a scratching post. I also didn't add a bed, so you might want to add a bed in for the dog. But yeah, so we are still doing the kitchen, and I did, just for reference, I used the Cool Kitchen counters. I originally was going to use the base game ones, but I just really liked how these ones look. I've actually never used these ones, so it was kind of just an opportunity to use them. And I put some like kiddie posters on the fridge. I feel like that gave it such like a family vibe. I don't know. And I also done a dog calendar to kind of represent that there's a dog in this house. But yeah, I also I put the kitchen on a platform. I thought that was nice, and it kind of separated the kitchen from the hallway and the living room. And I do at the very end, I end up changing the tile because I don't like it. I feel like it's a little bit too plain, like the tile on the kitchen. I don't know, just looks a little bit plain. Oh, I completely forgot about this, but I did actually add a computer downstairs. Yes, so there's a computer on every level, I believe. Yeah, so there's a computer in the kitchen, and I was kind of thinking maybe like the kids are like doing homework before they leave for school or something, or maybe they're just playing a game or socializing before school. And then on the very top floor, the office area is for the parents, and then on the second floor, the like office area is actually attached to the teen's bedroom, so it's like her own office, like it's her own like study, I guess. But yeah, I actually completely forgot. So there's a computer on every level. Now, if you want to know how much this house is, I don't know, I just feel like maybe this is important, maybe some people care about it. I believe it was around 112 grand. So it's quite an expensive house. I really do not budget myself when I do these houses, which is my bad. I just go for it. I just see what looks nice, and I just keep going. I think because I add so much like unnecessary clutter, it just adds up and up and up. I actually recently was trying to look at like doing a starter home, and the amount I realized you have to like not clutter up is insane. I was like, wow, you can't even add it. And also I realized how expensive 1 clutter items are, but 2 paintings. If you want to buy like a good painting in The Sims, it's like 300 simoleons. And normally that is nothing. I don't care because I'm like, oh, I'm just building, like, I'm building with infinity money. But if you're trying to like stick to a budget, oh, your house ain't gonna have paintings. Not nice ones anyway. You can maybe have some decals, but And that is it. So as you can see, we did just do the living room area, and now we are doing the dining area. I do end up changing these chairs because I just don't like them. But yeah, I also decided to do a little like kids area spot, a little toddler spot. So the idea is that when the Sims are in here and they're like chilling and they're in the living room, you can kind of keep an eye on the toddlers or the infants. I don't know if infants can play with this stuff, like sit on the pillows, but they can chill there and like have fun and like do their own wee thing, and then like the family can be sitting in the living room or on the dining table chairs or something like that, and just like keep an eye on them. But yeah, I really like this living room. I think it is so nice, and it's really like spacious. Like there's so much going on though. I don't know, I just really like this room. Now we are moving on to the first bedroom, and this is like the infant slash toddler bedroom, and super cute. So what I was thinking is you could have 2 toddlers in here, or you could have 2 infants, or you could have an infant and a toddler. And I just put a bassinet in for like a little bit of reference. Now this table here is meant to be like the changing table, but of course they have added one in the new grown together pack, so you can replace it with that one. I just of course don't have the pack right now, so I can't put that in there. But yeah, whenever we have the pack, so on Thursday you can do that. Also, I feel like it's nice like sometimes to download houses from the gallery and then like not like decorate it yourself, but like change stuff about it that you want. So for example, I've obviously got my own Sims in mind when I build things. So I'm like, oh, that works, that looks good, that would be really nice for them. But your Sim will have like completely different personality traits and things like that. So you might think, this doesn't really fit their personality, and then you can change it and you can make it absolutely customizable to you. That's what I kind of try and do with my builds. I don't know, I try and make it so that I'm not just doing everything, and like you can kind of add some stuff. I do like to clutter up though, I won't lie. I do like to clutter up, but yeah, I just mean that it's so easy to like customize yourself. But here we're moving on to the second floor, and this is where the grandparents and the teens bedroom is. So the big bedroom is a grandparents bedroom, and then like the smaller one is the teens. But the teen does get a study and also a balcony, so I feel like, do you know, honestly, she's not missing out. She got a balcony and she got a study. She's fine. Like she is living life. Also I'm saying I had like genders in mind for these Sims. So I was thinking the teen was maybe a girl. I was thinking the grandparent. I was thinking like just one grandparent. So I was thinking like a gran. But you could have 2. You could have a gran and a granddad. And then I was thinking downstairs having like an infant girl and then like a toddler boy, and then I was thinking 2 kids upstairs, like 2 boy kids upstairs, and then there's of course like the parents as well. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. But obviously it really doesn't matter, like all the colors I use are very neutral anyway, so it really doesn't matter. It's just whatever you want. I just had a few like in mind. I was just thinking, so it's just in case I ever say like she and you're like, what? It's just because I like had them in mind. But yeah, as I said, I did playtest it with the Price family. They don't actually have a toddler or anything, so I couldn't like playtest the toddler's room, but it should work. Like it's a toddler bedroom. I didn't add too much to it, so it should work. I'm hoping it does anyway. But yeah, here is the teens bedroom. I actually am not that big a fan of this room. I really like the grandparents' bedroom, but I don't know, the teens bedroom was like, I wasn't in love with it. I wasn't like absolutely loving it. I do think it's really sweet. I think something that was throwing me off is the fact that it's so like long. Like it's kind of like a corridor. It's just so long. It's still big enough to be a bedroom. Like that's kind of what I was trying to work out in my head. Like, is this big enough to be a bedroom? But it is, thankfully. I feel like I really underestimate like space in The Sims 4. Like I'll look at a house and be like, and I'll be doing the floor plan and I'll be like, that's not enough room, and it's actually plenty. I don't know if anyone else like does that. Like they really like not struggle with floor plans, although I do. But you cannot underestimate the space, or you overestimate the space, and you're like, that's loads of room, and then there's not room for like anything. I'm the complete opposite. I make it too big, and then I need to fill it up with absolutely everything. It is a good job. I like to clutter. I actually done a minimalistic short like on my YouTube not too long ago, and it felt so weird to like not add clutter. I was like, what am I doing? Like, this room is so empty. But like I also done like a little like modern office. But people loved that. Like people absolutely loved that, and I was like, that's insane because I felt like, oh, there's not enough in it. But I guess it's just one of those things, isn't it? Some people hate clutter. Like some people really don't like it. Oh, I forgot to mention, but I did add a fish tank to the hallway, so this family has some fish as well. They have a fish and a dog. I feel like that's kind of nice. Now you might have noticed something on this floor. You might have noticed that there was no staircase. So the top floor is accessible by a ladder. However, I have a reason why this is a good idea. Because first of all, toddlers cannot get up ladders, so you don't have to deal with like a little toddler annoying you. And also, dogs can't get up ladders. And I don't know about anyone else, but see, when I play with The Sims, the dog, like anytime I have a dog in The Sims, it always trails water all the way from my house. In fact, I had a sim recently. I was doing the Not So Bear challenge, and one of my sims drowned. And we brought him back. We brought him back as a ghost, and like he had drowned. And all he does is like carry water around the house because he drowned. Like, because I didn't realize that was like a side effect. And oh my, there's actually water everywhere. Like everywhere you go, water. And it's so annoying to have to clean up. So I feel like this was good. It means you're not gonna have to like deal with that upstairs. And also like the bathroom is on the second floor, so there wouldn't even be any like leakages up here because there's no bathroom up here. But we are doing the kids' bedroom. I forgot to mention, this is my favorite room in the whole house. I just love it. I think it's so nice. I was actually scared that it would be a little bit too like long looking, but I love it. It is definitely my favorite room in the house. I just think it's so sweet. And yeah, I did also put stuff behind this divider. Like I put a chair. I don't know, it looked really plain to me. Like, it looked weird that there was nothing behind that divider, so I just put chairs and, like, a chair and some toys. But yeah, I also added the little, like, kid mess on the floor. Sometimes I don't like doing that because I don't know if it makes it look too messy, but I absolutely loved it in that room. And then here is the parents' bedroom, which I also really like. And I believe this is the last room in the whole house, and then I think we just go outside and do, like, a few little things, like a little bit more terrain. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this build. It was a little bit of a long one, I know. I feel like I've been talking forever. I'm sorry if the voice note? Sorry if the voiceover was all over the place. I was trying my best to like tell you all the information. I feel like maybe I got muddled up a few times. I'm not used to these long voiceovers, so I'm sorry, but yeah, if you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe because I would really appreciate that. It would help me out so much. We actually just hit 600 subs, so I just want to say a big thank you so much. You do not understand how much I appreciate it. I'm so thankful. And yeah, just thank you so much for all the support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!